Now that is how you bring a freakier sequel to your audience and fan base. Guys, back on the cinema scale, today we are taking a first look at Freakier Friday. The film is directed by Nisha Ganatra. It stars Lindsay Lohan as Anna Coleman, Jamie Lee Curtis as Dr. Tess Coleman, Julia Butters as Anna's daughter, and Sophia Hammonds. The film focuses on the life of single mom Anna and grandma Tess. In this sequel, Anna is trying to balance motherhood with her other responsibilities as a single mom. All of that changes when she meets the irresistible Eric, a single dad with his own daughter issues from Lily. After months of emotional collision, these four women recognize that the only way to move forward is to walk a mile in each other's shoes. It was so nice to be able to enjoy this film. I got to see this thing in Dolby Cinema, and it was really nice to be able to see how they arranged all of the dynamic of characters, how they brought back original cast members. We're talking some 22 years, bringing everybody back for this wonderful and crazy ride. It was the first time that I've ever seen Lindsay Lohan take on the role of a mother, and so it was nice to see her handle that aspect of theater. It was nice to be able to see her in the swing of things. She had great chemistry with the cast. She was enjoyable. She was humorous. There was no cringe, as it were. She was fun, upbeat, and positive. Jamie Lee Curtis, now some 66 years old, still holding it down, man. Doing stunts, rolling around on the floor, doing things that you wouldn't expect the average 66-year-old to be doing. She plays the fun, hip grandmother. There's lots of growth from her character in the previous film to this movie. It was really modern too, how they developed some of her progression as a doctor and as an author. It was really nice to see modern progression in this film, making the film modern but not making it too trendy to take away from those elements of the Freaky Friday that we've come to know and love. Now, the question that you're going to want to know the answer to is, how do these new girls hold up in this beautiful tornado of joy? Sophia and Julia Butters, how do they hold up as their characters? Sophia plays the uptight, popular girl. She's emotionally disconnected. She goes through a difficult hardship and tragedy, which people can literally connect with, because I feel like that type of tragedy, that type of hardship is prevalent more today than ever before. And then Julia, she plays Anna's daughter. And one thing I loved about her character is she's a tough girl. She has a tomboy-esque character. Emotionally on the outside, she is tough, she's difficult, she's rough, but in the inside, there's just a nice, beautiful gem of joy in there. She's not girly, and she's very funny. I loved her wittiness in this movie, and I loved to see that screen time between her and Lindsay Lohan. This movie was fun. It was enjoyable. It's a modern adaptation of a story that we've all come to know and love. We understand that this movie is based on a book. And so there's been many remakes of Freaky Friday. There's been many renditions of this movie. But there was an iconic twist in this movie that was really cool. One thing I really appreciated was the great perspective they had on blended families. It was nice that they gave Anna a husband or fiance that was someone that was not the same person from her own culture or background. It really made the movie fun. It brought a certain excitement to it, and it made it more relatable to the audience. Today, blended family is very normal. And then interracial couples have become a new modern day norm. So to be able to combine those two elements in a way that appeals to the audience, I thought was fantastic. I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. I thought there were some nice elements in this movie that really would bring the audience in as a fan base. Now, how does this sequel make fans feel? How does this film translate from the first movie to the second movie? That's a question that we're going to need the answer to. How will this movie make you feel? If you're someone who is a OG fan of Freaky Friday, do not go in thinking you're going to be able to see that same exact format. But there's a modern twist to this movie that makes it fun. The runtime of the movie is 1 hour and 51 minutes. It's rated PG. And although they didn't shy away from modern topics, I felt like they dealt with them in an appropriate way. And they were able to really, really connect with the audience because they kept modern problems at the forefront of the film while blending it in to a lot of things that people today may be going through. It was a really nice dynamic. I thought the cast had great chemistry, and I thought it was so refreshing to see everyone back on screen. It was just a lot of joy there. You can tell that they had fun doing this movie behind the scenes. Great balance of chemistry, cast, fun, and a directorial presence. Now, there are some beautiful things you're going to want to note in this movie. For example, there are some post-credit segments that you're going to want to stick around the theater for. And if you're somebody who's watched that first film, you're going to be nostalgic for a little bit. There's going to be some elements that really stir you up emotionally. But at the end of the day, you're going to have fun with this movie. I think that if you're someone who is a Freaky Friday fan, you're going to love the fact that there's 4 different perspectives that we're dealing with. And one thing that really made this movie stand out is that in order for them to solve this problem, they have to look at things from 4 different slices. And I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was fun. There are some cameo appearances from modern day celebrities and influencers, etc. And then you get a nice ring of homage from this movie to the past movie. So guys, that was Freakier Friday on the Cinema Scale. Let me know down in the comment box how this movie made you feel. Did you see it yet? Which character was your favorite character? What is your favorite scene from the OG Freaky Friday? Let me know down in that comment box. And if you like this video and want to see more, don't forget to click next. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button.